Hello and welcome to a special episode of Charybdis Games. Today I'm going to be talking to you and teaching you how to play Granblue Fantasy, a personal passion of mine. It's one of my favorite games, and hopefully some of you might get into it as well. Granblue Fantasy is a game developed by Cygames, a Japanese game studio, and it is played mostly in the browser. So no downloads, no anything like that. The only key problem with getting a lot of English players into it is that the game is, at default, entirely in Japanese. So it's really hard to get some people off that first step into getting into the game. So that's what I aim to accomplish here today. So first thing you're going to want to do is go to game.granbluefantasy.jp. I'll put the link in the description so you can just hop over there. Now, first thing, once you see this home screen, is what the hell do I do here? It's really quick and easy. Probably the hardest but simplest step. Just go down here, set language, English. And now a majority of the options in the game will be in English. The problem being there's significant ones that aren't. If you go to New Game, you'll start the settings, you get to choose your gender, and then you'll slip into the game and start going through the tutorials. But if you go back real quick, I'm going to sign out because I just started a new game. You'll go into continue. This is how you're going to find the screen later on in the game, in the tutorials. This is how you're going to link an account to the game, and where you'll commonly run into some issues, because this is how you're going to basically play the game on multiple accounts, or if you sign out, which will probably be a frequent occurrence if you ever clear your browser, your cookies or whatnot. So what you're going to want to do is go to Mobage. This is what most English players are going to want to go to when it comes to syncing accounts. You can Google Translate this if you want to. I personally would recommend either doing a email address registration, or if you want to speed the process up, you can just use a Google account. I personally use the Google account, and it hasn't caused me any problems so far. And that's all you really need to do to get started. I'm in incognito mode just so I didn't have any of my accounts, so I could show you the tutorial and signing up. But I'm going to recommend you go to granblue.wiki or gbf.wiki. I'll also put the link to this in the description. This is one of the main resources for beginning and experienced English players. Gives translated pretty much everything you need. It's got some great beginner guides. If you'll go to new players here, it'll have some frequently asked questions, basic grids, team building, really important stuff for beginners. And another thing I'm going to recommend is the Granblue EN Twitter. I'll link this in the description as well. This is an unofficial resource for English players that basically just translates news announcements. And it's really important, really handy to have, and that should be it to get you started. There's a lot more to it, but those are the basics. I hope you all enjoyed this abnormal style of episode, and if you have any more questions on Granblue, I will gladly make more videos on it, and I hope to see you all in the skies.